Okay, guys, good morning. Today's going to be a pretty big day. We have the live inner circle call on Zoom for all of our members. I would definitely be grabbing a membership in the description. It's 25% off, so definitely treat yourself to that. Here's the deal, guys. What's today? Today is the 30th. Yeah, so the 30th and 31st, we have the Bank of Japan coming out and giving us their interest rate decision. We know from the FOMC meeting that the United States kept their rates steady and unchanged. If Japan decides to increase their interest rates 25, 50 basis points or more, then we start unraveling what we call the reverse carry trade. The reverse carry trade is basically trillions of dollars of yen borrowed at 0 to negative percent interest rates that made its way into cryptocurrency, into the stock market, and I think actually into metals, gold and silver as well. And when you start calling back interest upon loans that were taken at 0 to negative percent interest rates, then you have to pull money from the places that money was invested. Okay. What a lot of people are trying to figure out right now is, where is this Bitcoin bottom going to be? And is the BOJ going to actually be a catalyst to unwind the market and cause a capitulation event? Let me show you guys something here real quick, and we'll go over this more a little bit later. But when you guys look at what's happened in the Bitcoin cycles and you understand what SOPR actually shows us. Let me pull it up here. I'm sorry, I have so many charts. Here it is. So when you look at SOPR, this basically shows us whether Bitcoin holders are selling at a profit or a loss right now. So Bitcoin sellers selling at a loss means that this is absolute max capitulation. What I see, and you can make your own conclusions about this, but what I see is that every single bear market, including the COVID crash, has been met with a bottom signal of capitulation. So when capitulation is found, this to me says I now have permission to put pedal to the metal and let's go all into crypto. Let's start removing some of our lower buy limits. Let's get into the market. You can see where these capitulation events take place is typically down here around 0.95. We have nothing on the radar as far as a capitulation event that's happened every single bear market. Now, I don't like thinking of bad things that could happen, but I do think there still needs to be some type of event that pushes Bitcoin and cryptocurrency back down to capitulate us, because it's just happened every single time, okay? With that said, what we've done is we've built an algorithm here that we're going to be showing all of our members and everybody on the Zoom call. If you can make it today, I would definitely watch if you can. We built an algorithm that actually predicted the path of Bitcoin as well as XRP for the last 4 years. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this and project it into the future. And I'll show you guys this on Bitcoin. Then I'm going to show you guys on XRP, because we're going to go through a bunch of these today on the call. So very quickly, this shows us where the path was expected to be for Bitcoin. So if we come in here, this is the cool part. I'm sorry, it's a little bit longer of a video, but I need to show this to you guys. This is a projected path. We literally call this the time machine or the cycle projection. This does not change. So this was basically predetermined where price was going to go for the entire cycle before it happened. All right? I'm going to speed us up here, but I wanted to show you that this does not change. If it repaints, then this is useless. It does not. It does not budge an inch, okay? Probably on the screen, maybe a centimeter. It doesn't budge at all. Okay, let's stop this. If we look at what happened here, the price of Bitcoin followed this very nicely. Now, what we get to do here is something pretty neat, and we're going to do this on multiple assets today, because you guys are asking, where's the bottom of XRP? Where's the bottom of XLM? Where's the bottom of SHIB? Where's the bottom of Luna? Where's the bottom to all these prophetic coins? We're going to go over those. So what you have to do is you actually have to go to 2026, start the cycle over, because we're pulling on-chain oscillators as well as the fractal patterns of the bear markets, okay, and bull markets for cryptocurrency, all 4-year cycle data. If we look at this, I'm going to start this at the beginning of the year. So Bitcoin's price action based off our model should be following pretty close to the curve that we've got on this chart here. And look what's happening. Bitcoin's following perfectly. Remember, this is not taking in current data. This is the crazy part about this, is that this is already starting and it's telling us where it was going to go before the year even began. That's the crazy part. So you can see here, it hasn't budged. It told us where Bitcoin's going to go. We now expect and know where to expect the bottom. But here's what we did and take this a little bit further. We took this and we actually built this so it could be correlated to other individual assets like Cardano, like XRP. So let me show you guys XRP. If you take this model and you go back to this date here and you go over to let's go to 2022, and we'll start in January and we'll go to the 1st. Okay, look, perfectly follows Bitcoin. This was able to predict the 4 years worth of XRP's price action, not perfectly, but to a pretty stinking good degree. So let's take a look at this. If you pull up XRP, it told us that XRP was expected to head down. There was, again, this was all predetermined. History was written with this before price action ever happened. Okay, this is the crazy part. It told us the bottom was supposed to be right about here, around November 3rd to the 7th. And the peak was supposed to be right here, literally the moment before we had the huge capitulation move back down. That's pretty accurate. Now, what we get to do now is actually take this and place it at the 1st of 2026, January 1st. And we get to see where the model tells us the bottom is expected to be for XRP based off all the historical cycles of Bitcoin. Why Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the rising tide. Altcoins, I know even XRP, unless there's a crazy implementation of XRP to run the back end of the stock market and Forex with the reverse carry trade, it's going to follow the rising tide as it is a boat on the ocean of Bitcoin. We now get to project this, and I'm going to show this to you guys on multiple assets, where the bottom is expected to be and where the peak is expected to be as well with a deviation period. Once you know that information, you see it today, you can now make decisions of how much you want to keep in the market and how much you may want to put into buy limits, because we're going to do a full strategy session. Once you know that, you finally have confidence to say, okay, the market may drop, I'm making this up, 20, 30, 40% from where it's currently at. I want to put my buy limits in. I want to start structuring them, let's say at 15 to 30%. And then you start looking at how much should I actually have in the market versus cash. And we're going to start going over that today as well. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't come for financial advice. What I'm going to share with you guys is my personal opinions of what I think. And we've got metrics coded that we're not going to hold back. Stuff that we've never shown you guys on YouTube here. So we are going to project the bottom cycle for multiple altcoins as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum on this call. And you guys are going to be able to see this today. This is the most important part. Follow this, guys. I'm going to show you guys how to access this. Go over to tradeconfident.io. There's a link in the description. Don't go to the website. Use the link in the description. It gives you 25% off if you're a brand new member. Sign up. There's a button up here that says subscribe. Use the 25% off. Grab yourself a membership. Come over here to monthly Zoom call. This call is happening today, July 30th from 2 to 3 p.m. We're probably going to go to 3:30 because there's a lot for me to talk about today. You can join the live event right now. You can actually just hang out in the Zoom call room right now, depending on when you're watching this. So guys, grab a membership. Watch this. I would not miss this call. The Bank of Japan literally releases their data later this evening. So it's actually happening today, Thursday, the evening Pacific time, because Japan's ahead of us in the United States and especially California where I live here. So we're going to give it all away, guys. Watch this data before tonight if you can. And if the BOJ decision has come out and you're watching this later, go look at where the expected bottoms are expected to be. Watch that Zoom call. Last thing, if you can't make the Zoom call, I'm going to paste it down here. So go to the Zoom link, come down here, and I'm going to give you guys a paste. What I'm going to do actually on this call, I think what we're going to do is locally record it, and we're going to upload it to a private video on, YouTube, and then we'll give you guys a private link for all of you guys who are members so members can access it. Don't miss this, guys. Do not miss this call today as I show this to you. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the membership and the Zoom call at 2 p.m. Pacific time today. Bye, guys.